morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, let's get right into this. This is going to be a hot show as I prepare to go to work and then go to the freaking airport. Over the weekend, we had Elon Musk jumping at the Trump rally. That's like 3 feet. We had Michael Cohen saying that Donald Trump's going to literally send in SEAL Team 6 to take out his political opponents. No psychopathic tendencies there.
What he says he intends to do. And when he turns around and says, Jen, to, like the head of this network or other people who are critics, that he intends to use SEAL Team 6 or the military within which to round up his critics or his opponents, he intends to do it. And
he's going to do it. He's literally going to do it. And at the same time, we have the idea of liberals calling J.D. Vance weird and this guy not weird is the most psychopathic thing known to mankind. It's gaslighting at its finest. Here is Tim Waltz walking with the video out in front of him. What's up, Valerie? On the way to tell you J.D. Vance might his own damn business. Oh, sick. And at the same time, libtards everywhere got out their sexual frustration on Donald Trump and threw plates into a wall to say they don't like Trump. What? Go to the gym.
My name is Harry Sisson. I'm 22 years old.
My name is Harry Sisson. I'm 22 years old. We don't need to know your age, you weirdo. This isn't a dating service. My name's Harry Sisson. I'm 22 years old. I feel like all these liberals that are young, they like to just, you're 22, man. You're a man now, okay? It's time to stop talking about how old you are. Time to stop talking about celebrating half birthdays. Nobody cares.
My name is Harry Sisson.
My name's Harry Sisson. I'm 22 years old. I'm 6'4", maybe. And I hate Donald Trump, and I'm going to get out my sexual frustration. Did you see how sick that was? That was sick. But nothing could prepare you for this. As the world prepares for a potential October 7th anniversary of violence, the FBI reports Milton on the brink of destroying all that is Florida. Crude oil prices jumped 2% as Israel and Iran flirt with World War III. We are welcomed into Call Her Daddy hell. Over the weekend, Kamala Harris decided to film a Call Her Daddy episode. Because I can't think of a better use of time. I can't emphasize this again. This is happening right now. FBI warns that a potential October 7th anniversary attack. As I fly today, that's great news. I'm excited to get in an airplane. I might die. Okay, great. Great. Thanks, Kamala. Thanks for saving me. Milton destroying Florida and the economy on the brink of disaster. Kamala Harris decides, you know what? I'm going to go on this podcast about human sexuality and sexual relationships. Call her daddy. It's 2024, and you can go on whatever podcast you want. But I can't think of a better, literally a better political platform than a podcast about human sexuality and sexual relationships. Not to be outdone by Call Her Daddy this week, Kamala Harris will also be joining Howard Stern this week. It's like, are we getting questions about your favorite sexual position that we don't want to know about? Ugh. Why are you going on all these sexual podcasts to talk about politics? Oh, because that's your level of thinking. Can we get a little snippet of what we need to experience? And by the way, they call herself Daddy Gang, which we love here. We are big fans of people calling people daddies, zaddies, and all that kind of stuff. Here we go. Kamala Harris, very serious. Again, these are the same people that will be like, Donald Trump is an unserious candidate. Donald Trump is literally a joke. By the way, I'm going to go on this human sexuality podcast and talk about politics. It's different. Okay, listen.
Daddy Gang, to put it in our TikTok terms, I have seen girls on the street walk up to men and be like, do you know where a tampon goes? Do you know how many tampons we use? Do you even know how, do you know what a X or Y or Z is of a part of our, and they don't know the answer.
X or Y or Z are a part of our what? Do you know what you were going to say? Do you know what you were going to say? X or Y are part of what? Were you going to say chromosome? Or did you not even know what you were saying? Hey, don't be such a bigot. Don't be such a bigot. She is a scientist on the side. She's a scientist on the side, political advisor on the side. She's deep into politics, though she'd rather be deep into something else. Don't say that. You guys are sick.
Like, do you know what a X or Y or Z is of a part of our, and they don't know the answer.
I was the first.
You don't either.
Vice president or president to ever in office go.
I was the first. Shoot. It's hardline, isn't it? What were you? Do you know? Do you even know? Okay. This is when you know someone's lying. She's getting excited. She wants to do a yes and moment. Very famous in the improv community. Anytime someone's saying this, you just say yes and, but she's trying and she's like, I don't have a yes and. I was the first. What? Person to get an abortion while in office? What are you going to say? You were the first what?
I was the first vice president or president to ever in office go to a reproductive health care clinic. Ever.
Daddy gang.
What? You were the first person in office to go to a reproductive clinic?
I'm gonna come.
What? What do you mean? Like to just walk in? To visit? Or are you talking about an abortion? What? I was the first. And then they started talking about men. Because I can't think of two better people to talk about men's issues, men's health, men's wellness, men's mental stability, men's tendencies, whatever have you, then talk about this. And she thinks this is a slam dunk question, this is one of the dumbest questions known to mankind. This is like level 1 libtard talking points. I love level 1. Some people never get past level 1. She's like, is there any law that forces men to do anything on the books in comparison to the abortion? Oh, slam dunk. Men will never understand that. Yeah, you stupid bitch. We'll get into that in a second. Let's go.
And I want to pose this question more to you and the daddy gang. But
Daddy.
One of the biggest conversations in this year's election revolves around a woman's body.
Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
I want to take a moment.
Thank you for saying that.
And can we try to think of any law
No.
that gives the government the power
No chance.
to make a decision
No.
I know what you're gonna ask.
about a man's body? Let's
No.
No.
Is there any law?
No.
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 No. No.
It's no. Look, we are a work in progress.
Yes.
But here's
the
one
deal.
of the many things I so love about our country.
Oh, tell us.
Part of the strength of our country,
make
and
it up
our
on the spot,
evolution
dude. Take
as
your
a
time.
country
Yeah.
has been through the fight for the expansion of rights.
Okay, wow. Did you see
Not
what
the
she just
restriction
said
of
there?
rights,
Oh,
but the
okay.
expansion of rights.
The expansion.
And we still have work to do.
We do.
But I say that work is born out of love of country.
Oh, wow.
And it's hard work, but it's good work.
What are we
and it's
talking
important
about?
Work.
Are you high?
And that's what's before each of us. And I think that, around election time, but every day, back to the conversation that we've been having about power, the beauty of a democracy is that we each as individuals have the power to weigh in on this stuff.
I'm starting to see why she wants to legalize marijuana. If you legalize marijuana, then people will be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, totally did. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Is there a law in the books that forces men to do anything with their bodies? Military conscription? That being said, World War III is around the corner. Guess what, man? You don't have a choice. We're sending you to the front lines. You're gonna die. But again, women, it's the only law on the books that forces women to do stuff with their bodies. But men, you can die. Again, whenever you hear the conversation about abortion, the left is like, oh, it's just one person, not two people. They never factor that in. That's why they have this foundation to just do whatever they want. It's crazy how Kamala can't even fake it. No, it is crazy. This is cringe AF, says Violet. There's pro-choice and then there's pro-abortion. True. You know that she's the best coaches money can buy, yet she can't even speak effectively. It's because she can't go off script. It's like literally the worst thing. And apparently the call her daddy people are out on full force saying that this interview was propaganda. No, this is totally a genuine moment. Harris has a standing reservation at Planned Parenthood, apparently. This feels like propaganda. Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper enraged some of her fans over the weekend by dropping a surprise interview with Kamala Harris, which she reportedly invited Donald Trump to. Yeah, Donald Trump, why don't you go to this interview? What are you afraid of? I love that the only response is, if Donald Trump doesn't go to this, he's afraid. You're afraid of these hard-hitting questions. However, some Daddy Gang members were not pleased with Harris's appearance on the show and flooded the post comments section to express their frustration and criticize the show for getting political. And it's not just the New York Post talking about it. It's also the Daily Beast. That's when you know you messed up. Even the Daily Beast is like, ugh. Color Daddy faces backlash over propaganda for Harris interview. Some fans are hugely popular podcasts are angry at the vice president didn't address. Again, she did this over the weekend. Okay, this is a podcast about human sexuality, sexual relationships. At the same time, we are facing possible threats, Milton hurricane, not to mention all the devastation happening in North Carolina, the economy, and it's like, but this is what you're going to get with Kamala. If Kamala Harris wins, we will get nonstop propaganda. We will get so much propaganda shoved down our throats. It's going to get disgusting. It's going to be obnoxious. We're literally going to lose our minds. It's going to be nonstop her laughing, her going on places like Stephen Colbert, other podcasts. She won't even be president. I don't even know if she'll go into the White House. She will just be totally based, doing queen stuff, walking around. Tim Walz is going to walk around in heels. He might actually put heels on. We will get so much propaganda, it's going to be disgusting. Because, again, remember, over the weekend, we have the propaganda of joy of Kamala Harris. Everything is fine. Everything is great. There's nothing to freak out about. I know people are dying in North Carolina and potential Florida devastation, but it doesn't matter. She's queen and she's based. At the same time, you have people on the left, the far left, like Michael Cohen, ooh, John Sake, hey, mom. Talking about how if Donald Trump gets elected, they're going to send in SEAL Team 6 to round up these people. These people have such a high level of paranoia. It's insane. Like, I don't know. These are the type of people you cannot have a conversation with because they are so on edge. God, Michael, I hope you have a good therapist, man. I hope you go to therapy and you're able to talk about how psychotic you think Donald Trump is so you can find some sort of relief in your life. And again, Kamala Harris's joy. This isn't joy. But over the weekend, Elon Musk showed an entire crowd his belly button. And it's cute. I just want to be like, okay. Okay. My brother thinks Harris has a 200 IQ and talks like that to communicate to a normal person. Okay, that is some next level 4D chess stuff, if that's the case. I mean, that would be absolutely insane. Can you imagine if she is that smart? I don't think so. You have to put her life into context. seeing her walk around with Montel Williams as a side piece, I don't know about a woman with that kind of high level of IQ willing to do stuff like that. I just don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. You remember Montel Williams had 2 women he was walking with? Really? A high IQ woman is going to subjugate herself to that kind of stuff? And the stuff that we hear about with her past and potentially doing things, there's no way. There's no way. No woman with that high of IQ would engage into that kind of sexual stuff. At least I like to think so. I don't know. But maybe she's so psychotic, she breaks it down. But as someone who studies people's body language and does it for a living, I will tell you this part right here.
The first vice president or president to ever in office.
Okay, this that's her lying. That's her getting excited. She had a fun thought. She saw her. This is what happened. Okay, I see it all the time. She has a thought in her head. And she's like, oh, I'm going to say this. But she doesn't. She's like, I'm so excited to say it. But then she just realized, I don't have a story about this. And so she's like, you're talking like, That's her like coming up with the lie on the spot, thinking, and this is all I'm guessing, okay? I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just saying that people that do this to me, I sit there and I go, okay, all right. Because I don't believe them. I don't believe them for a second. No one that has a true story or says something true, it says it like that. And she's been trained to, like, if she acts excited, okay, I'm getting serious. If she acts excited about something in her life and gets that smiling and cackling face as she tells the story, that people just go along with it. And so she has trained herself. She's built a neural pathway in her head. If she smiles, she laughs, she gets excited, she heightens her energy, all of a sudden you can believe her. And so that's what I see with her all the time. So I don't think she has a high level IQ. I think she's just a pathological liar, or maybe not she's not a good liar. She has been trained that when she feels insecure or feels like she doesn't belong somewhere, she will overcompensate by laughing or talking in a high pitch. That's what I think. But what do I know? That's the joy working with you. Democrats have become the conspiracy theorist party. Dude, that is not a mirrored conversation they want to have. 100% a female tactic. Yeah, if you start smiling, you start winking, you start getting cute. It's like men are just like, oh yeah? You did that? You talk like that. Kamala needs to have a kid. That would change everything. Pickle jar, she blew her way to the top.
X or Y, vice president or president to ever in office.
To the untrained mind, this seems like she's connecting, being honest. But those of us that are trained to listen to voice, listen to body language, and watch her face, it's
to a reproductive health care clinic.
See, when she talks like this is her like, I'm emphasizing my eyes so that you believe me. I'm being dead serious. She was just talking like this. You might not believe her. She talks like this. Look at me. I'm being serious. I'm not joking. You're like, okay, why do you have to like stare at me like that? Because she's emphasizing her point because she believes that you don't believe her. All right, enough of the therapy talk. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, ooh. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, I'm going out of town. I'm going to a funeral. I'm flying today. So when I saw the October 7th surprise by the FBI, I was very excited about that. So if I die on the plane, just know it's been fun. It's been a good ride. We've had a great time. I know that I will take down the plane with me. I'm just kidding. Have a wonderful day. And remember, there are psychotic people ever. Pathological liar is plain sight. Yeah, definitely don't believe me. Definitely believe me face, 100%. Have a wonderful day. And I'll get back from the funeral on Wednesday. I might have a Wednesday night show. Just depends how freaking tired I am. So probably not. So I'll be back Thursday morning. But I might spread some videos here and there as I'm on vacation. It's not really a vacation. So have a great night. I'm going down to Texas. Woo!